Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Abwon and I will be your host for the next X amount of minutes. This is before you watch spoiler-free reviews. If this is your first time tuning in, I give you spoiler-free reviews, whether it's film, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, it does not matter. So make sure you subscribe ASAP. My last review was for the viewer-recommended Netflix British comedy Sick Note. Definitely go check that. But right now, I'm on to the sequel to Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, the film everybody and their mother's gonna go see this weekend. So before I begin, let me just say this: there are no mid-credit or end-credit Easter eggs. Nothing at all that foreshadows what's to come in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The only thing that they have is like a quick 60-second montage of all the characters showing how they've progressed through the years. So it's pretty dope. You get to see how they've aged, how the costumes have changed, how the overall general aesthetics of the film has changed. It's dope, man, because you know what? That very first Avengers film, that film hasn't really aged that well. Like, the CGI and the visual effects don't look as great as the movies that we're watching now. But that's okay. That's okay. That's why we have technology, right? Now, the biggest takeaway from this film for me is the runtime. I knew this movie was going to be long before I even watched it. It's 3 hours and change, but you feel those 3 hours, man. The first 2 hours are boring as hell. I was falling asleep a lot of times. There were other people just like constantly on their phones. People were just fumbling with their popcorn. Others just kept leaving to go to the lobby or go to the bathroom, whatever they were doing. It was just ridiculous, man. The first 2 hours are extremely boring. There's a lot of dialogue going on. The last little bit of characters that are left that survived Thanos' snapping, you know, they find a way back to each other. They regroup. They devise a plan to pretty much undo everything that Thanos did, and that's pretty much it. But one thing I did like about it is that they cover a lot of ground from past films. There's a lot of Easter eggs from past films, a lot of slogans and symbols and things like that. A lot of Easter eggs that you'll notice from past movies. And you're just like, oh, okay, that's pretty fire. Like, that's cool. I remember that from, you know, Doctor Strange, or I remember that from Iron Man 2. You know, so it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. A lot of the characters that didn't get shine in the previous Avengers movies definitely get their shine now. They did my man Hulk justice compared to how they did him dirty in Infinity War. If you're a Rocket Raccoon fan, you're going to see a lot of him in this film. Ant-Man definitely got the spotlight, which I'm happy because his movies were really underrated, so I'm happy for him, even though a lot of the other characters pretty much belittled him. Thor, this guy's a joke, man. He's like 5 months pregnant. He really doesn't do anything. He's just corny as hell. But I just don't like Thor in the MCU anyway. I just feel like he's just unnecessary. Whatever, it just is what it is. But you know, there are a few action scenes. I think there's like 2 action scenes sprinkled in here and there. They're really not that great though. But the last hour is epic. It just sucks that we had to go through 2 hours of storyline to get to it. But you know, I'm not really that mad because it holds its ground. It definitely holds its ground. You get really excited. You get real hyped to see certain characters. You get really hyped to see certain scenes. And there are going to be a couple of twists, man. I don't want to spoil it for you, but there are going to see some twists that you didn't see coming. I'm pretty good at predicting things, but there were some things that I did not predict at all. And I will tell you this, when Hawkeye answers his cell phone, that's when the movie picks up for good. So just remember that scene. When Hawkeye picks up his cell phone, you know it's about to get real. Now, there are some things that I really did not like about this movie. One, Captain Marvel's in the movie for about 10 minutes. She's supposed to be the face of the MCU going forward. She really had no role in this movie at all. And when she does make her presence known in the beginning of the movie, they don't even explain anything about her. Nobody even asks what her name is or where she came from. That's what I'm like, what's going on here? Also, Hawkeye is this darker character. Comic book fans will know exactly who he is. I know who he is, but the casual fans don't know who he is. They don't know why this man's a blade expert. They don't know why this man is so grisly looking. They don't know. They don't know what's going on. They don't explain anything to you in this film. They just like, oh, well, he's out in Tokyo right now. Like, we don't know what he's been up to. Other than those things, there's nothing really else that I didn't like about this movie. You're going to see people on social media just hyping it up for no reason, though, talking about oh, it's the greatest movie ever. What will I ever do without the Avengers? I saw this movie 10 times in 2 hours. I love the MCU. Just doing absolutely way too much. Just way too much. This movie is great. This movie is great, but it does have its flaws, just like everything else. Now, one thing I really did like about this movie is that it closes it really, really well. It shows the OGs pretty much passing the torch in some way or another. There are some things that I did not agree with, but like I said, it closes it extremely well. But I will tell you this, the little bit of heroes that we got left, the little bit of heroes that we got left, if Galactus is gonna be the next big boss, they are screwed. They're screwed. There's no way these guys are gonna be able to handle that. No way. No way. But who knows? Maybe they'll integrate the X-Men and Magneto will be their villain. That'll be really dope, because remember, Scarlet Witch is still there, so that'll be really dope. So after everything is said and done, I'm definitely going to see this movie again. I'm going to go take my father to see it. I recommend this movie for everybody. You do have to watch the other Avengers films to understand what's going on in this one, especially Infinity War. But Infinity War is the better movie. I'll tell you that. I just felt like Infinity War was just fantastic from start to finish. The action was just on point. Thanos himself is like the quote king. This guy got quotables for days. He's like so eloquent, yo. It's so dope for like a villain. It's like so dope. You can't not root for him. Know what I mean? So check this movie out, man. I give this movie a 9 out of 10. I feel like everybody needs to go see it, man. It's definitely gonna break records. I feel like this movie's gonna hit like $1 billion probably within the next week. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit me up on social media. My links will be in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my new channel, The Cinematics. It's going to be all things film-centric, a one-stop shop, trailer reviews, ending analysis. We're going to give you videos twice a month talking about what movies to watch, what movies not to watch, all that. Now, I mean, don't forget to subscribe to that channel as well, because my reviews will be going over there eventually. Anyway, man, that's what it is, man. Let me know what you thought. I'm out of here. Peace.